Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be ranking all 7 Spider-Man movies. So yeah, let's just start. Last place I have The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Not a big shocker. Most people have this at last because I actually really enjoyed the first Amazing Spider-Man, and I saw this at the theaters, and I understand Sony was trying to push, trying to rush their whole entire universe. Like they were trying to make a Venom movie, a Sinister Six movie, Black Cat movie, just like a ton of stuff that they hinted at in this movie, and it took away from what this movie should have been. Like this could have been a really good sequel, like the Spider-Man 2 of the Amazing Spider-Man universes. But no, they just tried to cram everything in. They crammed in the Green Goblin, like Harry Osborn, and now we just met him in this movie, and he's already the Green Goblin. Like seriously, and we also met. I actually really liked Electro in this movie. I thought he was kind of cool. People say that Jamie Foxx had really bad acting, but I thought it was good. I thought Electro had a really cool look. That's probably my favorite Electro look in this movie. But yeah, Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield had good chemistry, and Andrew Garfield is always a good Spider-Man, just a terrible Peter Parker. And I did cry when Gwen Stacy died, but yeah, not a good movie. And in sixth place we have Spider-Man 3, also a pretty bad movie. Now, I don't, I'm not that big of a comic book reader. Like I know a lot of the stories from research online and YouTube and stuff, but I don't read a bunch of comics. So when people get really mad over oh, that's not comic book accurate, I don't understand that, because not everything has to be. But like there's something called originality. But anyway, I don't really care when people are like, Venom should be bigger, Topher Grace is so small. I actually really enjoyed Venom in this movie. I thought he was really cool. Eddie Brock, I thought Topher Grace did a good job as Eddie Brock, but I think Tom Hardy was better. But yeah, I enjoyed Venom, but emo Spider-Man, holy crap. Ugh. When the symbiote was on Peter, that was the worst part of the movie. I hated that so much. I was like, can we just get back to regular Spider-Man? The only time I liked it when he was in the black suit was when he was fighting Sandman. I thought that was awesome. Also, Sandman in this movie was really cool. Some probably the best part of this movie was Sandman, but also Tobey Maguire was he was okay as Peter in this movie. He did a good job with what he had, but Harry Osborn was, I didn't like him in this movie. I thought I wish they didn't kill him off. I mean, I like how he died, but I just wish he didn't die. Also, his hobgoblin suit sucked. Like we were building up to this through the entire trilogy, and it's just this stupid one fight thing. Like what the heck? Also, MJ I did not like in this movie. Man. But the final fight I thought was awesome. That was really cool. But yeah. In fifth place I have Spider-Man 2. This isn't a joke, it's really here. Don't get mad, Lewis. I know it's your favorite. It's not mine though. I don't like Spider-Man 2. I I don't like it when he's not Spider-Man. It's called Spider-Man 2, not Peter Parker. He's supposed to be Spider-Man, and I know he's Spider-Man for a lot of the movie, but the part where he's not, I hated that. I was just like, seriously, Doc Ock is killing people, and you're just working with pizza or pizza time. But I like how he adapted to New York City more in this movie. I really, really enjoyed that part. But when he's just at school, I didn't like that. They were hinting at the lizard, and I thought that was kind of cool. One of his teachers was Kurt Connors, and I just did not like this movie. But the parts with Doc Ock, like his origin was awesome, but it was kind of rushed. Like we meet the scientist, and then he's already Doc Ock. Like in the game, in the Spider-Man PS4 game, Peter's been working with Dr. Octavius for a while, and then he becomes Doc Ock. But it was just so rushed in this movie. In this movie, I just did not like it. But when he was Doc Ock, I thought he was really cool. And when when Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man, I thought that was good. Harry Osborn figures out that Peter is Spider-Man in this movie. I thought that was great. Um, he's just trying to avenge his dad, like he misses him. But overall, I think the acting in this movie was phenomenal. The effects looked amazing. And that train scene, oh my god, that was probably one of the best scenes in the entire movie. Like, I love that scene so much. It's one of my favorites in the entire Raimi trilogy. And the final battle when Doc Ock died, I did cry the first time I saw it. But yeah, number 5, Spider-Man 2. At number 4, I have The Amazing Spider-Man 1. Now, you guys might get mad at me because this is higher than Spider-Man 2, but I really, really like this movie. Like, the first time I saw it, I just loved it so much. Let's start off with Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. He's a bad Peter Parker, but he's a good Spider-Man. And that's not his fault. It's the writer's fault. The writers in Sony screw up this entire universe. Spider-Man isn't supposed to be this cool skateboarder dude. He's supposed to be a nerd that's bullied. And then he's cool because, like, he's Spider-Man. But anyway, Andrew Garfield did a good job with what he was given. Gwen Stacy, played by Emma Stone, they both had amazing chemistry. And they actually dated in real life. But, yeah, she was a great Emma Stone. Oh, my God. I mean, a great Gwen Stacy. Uh, but, the Lizard as the villain, I loved him so much. He was probably like my second favorite Spider-Man villain in like the movies. First being you'll find out, but uh Captain Stacy was sad when he died, but I forgot who played him, but the actor who played him did a very, very good job. Like, he was like the dad of Gwen, and like he was like, I don't approve. But the Spider-Man suit in this was awesome. And the only thing I didn't really like about this was that like they just copied the original Spider-Man, like show some I guess they did show some originality, but not much. And yeah. So in third place, I have Spider-Man: Homecoming. Nope, it's not the latest, but I love this movie so much. My top 3, I love them so much. But starting with Spider-Man: Homecoming, it is amazing. Like, the story for this movie, the writing is incredible. And Tom Holland, you know how I said how Tobey Maguire was a good Peter Parker but not a good Spider-Man, and Andrew Garfield was a good Spider-Man but a bad Peter Parker? Tom Holland is great. Both Peter Parker and Spider-Man. He's amazing. He's such a good Spider-Man. And I love this movie because it didn't have an origin story. But with that said, I really would like to see a Tom Holland origin movie. But anyway, the Vulture, played by Michael Keaton, is my favorite Spider-Man villain in the movies. He's just so great as him. And like you understand his motives and what he has to do for his family. And that twist with his family, I did not see that coming and I was shocked. And I forgot who it was, but the girl that Peter had a crush on, what's her name? Whatever her name was, she did a good job in her role, but I'm sad that she's only in that movie. And MJ in this movie, or she's not MJ yet, but she was at the end, played by Zendaya. She was so funny. But Ned was an awesome best friend character, and the guy who played him was great. just everything about this movie was so good, and I don't see anything wrong with it. And the only reason why it's at number 3 is because the two above it are just so good. But yeah, I'm so excited for Far From Home. In second place, we have our newest Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I can't even tell you how much I love this movie. It's my second favorite movie from 2018, and it's definitely in my top 10 favorite movies. No, superhero movies. But, oh my god, this blew me away, and it was so unexpected too. And it just won the Golden Globe last night for Best Animated Movie of 2018, and I was like so happy because it beat Pixar. Don't get me wrong, I love Pixar, but it's just awesome for the superhero genre. But with that said, the animation in this movie is incredible. It looks like a comic book. It's amazing. And the voice actors are incredible too. Like everything about this is amazing. The only thing that's wrong with this, like, it's almost perfection. Like the story's amazing, the acting is amazing, the animation's amazing, everything's amazing except for one little thing that annoyed me through the entire movie. Kingpin. He's an awesome villain and I totally understood his motivations, but his look was so stupid. Like his head was in the center of his body and it was like his shoulders were 7 feet taller than him. And it just distracted me through the entire movie and I did not like that. But yeah, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so close to perfection. It was amazing. But there's one that was better for me. That's right. At number 1, I have the first ever Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man. Yeah, but I love this movie so much. It's my third favorite superhero movie, right under Infinity War and The Dark Knight. I can't. I just. This is the origin story. Like everything about this movie is perfect. I love it. The acting's amazing. I love the story. The effects are amazing. William Dafoe as the Green Goblin is incredible. Such an amazing performance. We just get to learn all these characters. I don't care if Tobey Maguire looked too old to be a high schooler. He did an amazing performance as Spider-Man and Peter Parker. He's just I love this movie. I love it so much. And this was like the first superhero movie I ever saw. So I always have a big part in my heart. I just I everything about this, I love it so much. And that's why it's at number 1 for me. The script is amazing, the effects are amazing, the acting's amazing. There's nothing wrong with this movie. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. When Far From Home, like 7 weeks before Far From Home comes out, I'm going to be reviewing all these movies, like every week, just like I'm doing for the MCU and Glass and everything, like the DCU I'm going to do it for. I'm going to do it a lot this year, but yeah, just watch out for those reviews. Please watch them, and yeah, I hope you guys are excited for Far From Home.